Welcome to another episode and video on my Arduino MegaADK. Equipped to be connected with Android, although that goes only for later versions than 2.2. And the Arduino is, as you can see, connected to a breadboard with electronics and some fischertechnik parts with motor with chain, photo resistor, a photo transistor and lens lamp, and a motor with propeller. Last time I had to change this circuit in the way that I had to replace both the motor and the potmeter, because this is a potmeter that is linear and not a balance potmeter of some kind. A balance potmeter is one that has a middle position, and from there you can have two directions in which you can have a 0 point, and in this case you have only one zero and the max, so this is way better. So with everything seemingly working, let's test anyway, and with this torque screwdriver, which is a nice way to manipulate the speed on the motor, or should be anyway. There it goes again. And yes, this way I can nicely more or less control the speed of the chain, the speed of the motor, that is, of course. Not with the propeller, that is connected in a very different way. And let's check if this button still works. Yes, the LED flashes shortly after the button discharges the capacitor. Then here I have a button that should actually give light to the LED with motor, and the question is, why does it work anyway without me pressing the button? So that's a little bit of a mystery to me. Then this button should work on the red LED somehow. Yes, there it comes. So in this perspective everything works. And with the several probes you can also see on the oscilloscope, well, at the bottom is the signal that is actually the control to the motor. I can change the time base a bit. But this is the way it is set now, by way of the potmeter, by the way. So which is which? Then line above the pulse modulation is the signal to the lamp, and that is this lamp, and that will be the focus, or part of the focus for now, because I don't like the way this is being dealt with. I can see the lamp, and let's see if I can show it on camera as well. a faint glow anyway, and I want to have that much better, much brighter. I've done some efforts with analog, but that doesn't work. This is going to a voltage divider. Does it work when I skip the voltage divider, when I put it directly to the system? And now that I'm looking at it, I find that the signal to the board is not there. So that may be the reason that the blue line doesn't show anything, or not much anyway. Well, it is connected to the voltage divider, so there is the signal, but there's no signal from here to the board. The wire that should be here isn't there, so I have to redo that.
So, there is now a wiring problem here between the voltage divider and the board. So I have to go to the schematics, find the voltage divider, which is here, and that goes straight to a 4, which is of course the input, and or an input anyway. So when I look here, which wire is from A4, and that indeed looks like a wire on the loose. So, how to solve that? There's too many cables around here. This wire has to go right there. And now, yeah, that should be it. So, knowing that the wires are easily pulled out of the whole construction, I have to be rather careful. And otherwise, right, this should do it. Or if it doesn't do it, oh, look at yeah, where does it go to anyway? Let's take a look at the code. A4, alright, that says input photo transistor, yes, so now I should get some value. Let's open this monitor. Input photo transistor. Does it change? Yes, it does change, definitely. So upon shining with the LED with the lamp, the value changes. So that is the solution for this problem. Last time I noticed that the photo transistor was too stable in volume. And well, this is then the solution. Let's see if that connection can be improved. Otherwise, I should make a better connection to it with a small jump wire. There is still room for connecting it, so I might do that. But now the values are changing, so that is nice. Then, what is next? Well, checking the circuit with the LED and the motor, because I still don't like that. Why is it working on its own instead of with the transistor with the button? So if I pull up schematics again, this is the motor and LEDs, so they are both activated the same way and coming from input 3, output 3 I should say. This is input, this is the output. So where is it going? Output 3 I said. Here. Now this out pin, not in, this is the out pin. That's not a, is that true? This is, this should, yeah, this is for out. 3 I'm looking at. This is for out 3. For 1.5 seconds. Alright. So yes, this is giving a bright light and then the motor runs. So indeed no proof of modulation activation. And that goes for this pin. And A5 is, let's look at it again. There's A5 here, which is indeed the button. So button pressed, and then go for it. Let's check again. I don't change anything of the schematics, so I'm curious how that will go.
So now this has been corrected. And now the question is, focus back to the LED in combination with the propeller motor with propeller. Wiring is checked. So the button is being read by let's say a 3, and then the LED, and I'm still talking about this LED and this motor, is being controlled by output 3 being digital. So in the past I have been waiting for it to work, and that takes some patience. And I want it to work, but does it? Well, right now it shows no sign at all for any communication. So let me change one probe, and again I'm struggling with some wires from here to the LED. And then I can see there is some voltage over it. So let's take a look at the purple probe. Let me get this one out of the way. The purple probe is getting some signal, and pressing the button shows nothing. So although there's a signal level difference here, it is not anything that says, okay, I'm going to burn. And and that is a surprising fact because I didn't do anything that could interrupt the whole circuit. So why is it? Okay, let me, yes, that still works. How can that be? That's a miracle. I'm pressing this one. No result. Well, it should be a result. Then, okay, let me remove this probe. I know there's some voltage over it, apparently. Reconnect here. I press this one. This is something I do not understand. It is not connected in any way to this LED. Okay, then we release the button, see what happens. Is there any connection? Releasing. Am I mixing up buttons? Could be again. Then I should label them. Alright. So this one, okay. Holding them, looking at this LED with my thumb. Okay. Then this one again. Nice to have things labeled in the software, but if you don't have labels at the hardware. So let's take a look again. Well, this is now again with the lamp and the transistor. So back here. Needless to say that I mixed things up. Once again at the oscilloscope, press the button, and there you go. Alright. So nothing to worry about in that perspective. And then of course there's a photoresistor. And covering up has clear effect, so let me show that. Yellow line on top, covered, uncovered, covered and uncovered. So now this all seems to work. I'm still curious why I have to use this motor for the circuit and not the other one that I used to use. But anyway, let's see whatever can be next. A new idea. Now everything kind of works. I want to automatize covering this photoresistor. And to do that I want to use this chain. Now fischertechnik has there a nice solution for some automation band, and you can put this onto the chain. So if I remove this chain, there are knobs on the side, so you can easily put it on it, and then skip one, and in such a way have a nice cover for light. If everything goes nicely, put it on it again, and that will work. However, this puts some weight on it, and you can't put this one on under it yet. So I have made a little construction that, when put nicely here, it should give the chain some way to run like this, with some extra chain, and then put it under it. Then another idea, further on this idea, is to make an LED burn. So how bright it will burn, I don't know yet, but I will for that replace this jump wire with this LED and this resistor. So how will things go? Well, first of all, remove this and put this one on it. Like this. Then I'll have to extend the chain. But how much is the question? And if I look at this, it doesn't even need to be much, just let's say 2 centimeters of chain. So maybe this is enough. If I get it out of it anyway. Yes. And although a different kind of chain, well, a chain is a chain, so let's hope this will suffice. And of course I have to put it in a different way. Let's see if I can do it like this. Not really. A bit clumsy now. But then again, just change this. Should work, more or less. And when I've reversed this and put it on it, hopefully it's long enough and not too long, and then I'll change that. So let's see how that works out. Alright, now this chain has been adapted and seated. The situation for the photo resistor has been changed as well, so that it fits nicely under this chain cover. And I have replaced this little jump wire by LED and this resistor to the ground. So now what happens here, as you can clearly see, and let me cover with my hand, and this should be happening when I drive the motor. So let me reconnect the hand, or anyway that one, and then I run into a slight problem, I see. which I didn't take into account, because it turns out that this cannot pass. So although a very nice idea, I have to make something different. Unfortunately, let's see whatever happens when I connect it the other way. Nope. That won't run. And so, how to solve this? How to solve that this can pass? A very nice question. And unfortunately I don't have the answer yet, although I do have an idea. But I'll have to get an Excel extension for it. So yeah, I can solve this. Last part for this episode. I had to heavily modify the motor construction. As you can see, I put this, but also longer axles, and including some support along the axis, and now it more or less works. But I have to hold it because the combination with the resistor support isn't really optimal. But if you watch at this LED, then it dims whenever it is whenever the photoresistor is covered, and that is exactly the idea. So there has to be some changes yet in stability and in construction, but the idea is there. So yeah, I had to extend this part here. I will have to look into this construction because it obviously interferes with the runway of this chain. I have to stabilize the whole motor construction. Probably I shorten the chain a little bit. But the idea works, and that is what matters for me right now. And it's a nice starting point for next episode, how to improve this. So for now, with this more or less working, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you like, much appreciated. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, retweet and like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. Like and leave a comment. Please donate to keep videos coming to you, much appreciated. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned, either just on my website or on with my videos as well, depending on the pledge you make. And this is going to be continued, obviously. For now, thanks for watching. Bye bye.